Y'all seen the title. Tonight we're talking about some signs of emotional abuse, okay? I know a lot of people out there are going through it and everything, but you don't have to go through it. We're going to check out a video and I'm going to give you what I think on the other side, alright, guys? Y'all ready? Let's go.
Sometimes for decades after the fact. Broadly speaking, emotional abuse involves one person controlling another by undermining their sense of self-worth and personal agency. But emotionally abusive behaviours can be subtle and difficult to spot, both from within and outside the abusive relationship. That's partly because emotional abuse often exploits or creates power imbalances between individuals, especially in relationships where safety, care, and trust are supposed to be guaranteed. Like the relationship between a caregiver and a child, healthcare provider and patient, teacher and student, or intimate partners. It's especially insidious because it often makes people doubt their perceptions of their own mistreatment. So let's walk through some of the most common signs of emotional abuse to make these behaviours and patterns easier to spot in real life. First, the content of someone's words. Criticism that's out of proportion to a situation, excessively harsh or personal, or makes sweeping generalizations or baseless negative predictions for the future is a warning sign of emotional abuse. Statements like, "You always make such stupid decisions," "You never do anything right," and "Nobody else will ever love you," aren't constructive, they're never warranted, and someone's use of them is a red flag. Second, tone and nonverbal cues. Yelling, ignoring, and showing contempt through body language are all ways to degrade someone. Dismissive behaviours like eye-rolling, glaring, or refusal to make eye contact, along with refusing to speak to someone or acknowledge their presence, sometimes called the silent treatment, can all feature in patterns of emotional abuse. These behaviours can painfully transform the meaning of spoken statements that might otherwise seem benign. Third, how someone reacts to being told they've said or done something hurtful can give important insight. Do they apologize sincerely and act differently in the future? Or do they dismiss and minimize the pain they've caused? It's common for abusers to try to undermine their target's perceptions of events. This is sometimes referred to as gaslighting, following up demeaning, humiliating, or threatening remarks with comments that dismiss the impact of those remarks, like, "I'm just trying to help you improve yourself. You should be grateful." Or, "It's really you that's selfish and manipulative. You're hurting me," are examples of this behavior. Lastly, when someone directs any of these behaviors at you, take note of whether this is part of a pattern of behavior from them. A one-time incident of name-calling or a demeaning insult might not be emotional abuse, while repetition over time can have a much more serious impact. Both frequency, how often these behaviors occur in a given period of time, and duration, how long they last, whether days or years, can contribute to the severity of the abuse. It's also important to remember that abusers rarely engage in abusive behaviors 100% of the time. Moments of kindness or calm don't invalidate moments of abuse, but are actually part of the cycle of emotional manipulation. So what can you do if you think you or someone you care about is experiencing emotional abuse? Maintaining interpersonal ties with people other than the abuser is crucial, as abusers often try to isolate their targets from others close to them. If you think you might be experiencing emotional abuse, consider sharing your experiences with a trusted friend or relative to get outside support. Or you can seek local or national confidential advocacy centres that can provide helpful resources. And if you think someone you know is being emotionally abused, check in with them. Let them know you're thinking of them and that you're ready to listen whenever they'd like to share. While emotional abusers may convince people that they deserve to be mistreated, nobody does. Everyone deserves kindness and respect.
So, yeah, guys, listen. Emotional abuse. So, and guys, if my camera looking a little fuzzy, I don't know what's going on with it. Got it hooked up, but I don't know what's going on with it. May have to buy another one. But listen, emotional abuse, guys, sometimes is way worse than physical abuse. Physical abuse from a hit or slap or something like that, and that's total dead wrong also. but those marks and stuff go away. The emotional abuse stays with you. Okay, so ladies, some men, a lot of men, if you're going through something like this, start working on an exit plan. Okay, why do I say that? Because life is entirely too short to go through this. Some people go through it for years and years and years. Some people notice it and get out of it immediately, in which you should. If your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever the case may be, is emotional abusive to you, most likely it's not a one-time thing. It's just like hitting a woman. If you let a man get away with hitting you once, he's gonna most likely do it again. So listen, and I hate this for people who go through this. I went through something like this myself back in the day, so I know. But you got to gather the courage to get yourself out of the situation. I know it just by me talking about it. It sounds easy. It's not easy. But you have to do it for yourself, for your emotional self, for your mental stability. Why again am I saying this, guys? Because we only have one life to live. And that's over in a blink of an eye. So guys, listen to me. Please listen to me. If you know somebody that's going through this, call that person, reach out to that person, help them find an exit plan out of that situation, okay? Please, guys, I'm begging you. Nobody deserves to go through physical nor emotional abuse. Love is a lot of things, but unsure and painful is not one of them. I'm going to say it again. Love is a lot of things. Unsure, it is not. So guys, listen, I don't know who needs to hear this video. I know it's thousands and millions of people who probably need to hear this video. So guys, check it out. If you are going through something like that, no matter how long you've been in it, get your exit plan together. Okay? Because why? You deserve better. I'm going to say that again. You deserve better. And you can have better. You got a man always downing you, telling you you don't look good, all that stuff, putting his hands on you, abusing you emotionally. Come on, man. You don't have to go through that. You may be scared to leave and think you can't leave or think nobody else wants you. That's a lie. That's a lie from the pits of hell. That's what abusers do. They try to put that into your mind to make you believe it. And once they make you believe it, they got you. So if you're going through this, guys, ladies, get yourself out of this. All right? I'm not going to stay on here too long. I just wanted to come and say this to whoever needed to hear this. There it is. Now, guys, listen. We got some great content coming up. A good friend of mine, Travika, if you went to White Creek, you know who I'm talking about. She's been sending me some great content that I'm going to start working on. Hopefully, I can get her onto the show because she's a very, very smart woman, guys, and we all could learn a lot from her. So, listen, like, subscribe to the station, okay? If you haven't subscribed to the station already, listen, it only takes 2 seconds. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Okay? I need you guys. Shows like this does not work without you. Okay? I love you guys. Y'all stay up out there, all right? Peace.